Hello and welcome to Active Bryant Systems, and this video is all about five books on stretching that I've thoroughly enjoyed, and one book had a second edition and I had to get the second edition because it was just really good information. Right, we all need to stretch, okay, but if you're hypermobile you may not need to stretch, and a lot of yogis and girls will overstretch their bodies, and that's why they're in pain and they don't necessarily feel as good as they should feel. So here's the first one. Second edition, facilitated stretching, assisted and unassisted P&F stretching. Now they're saying that P&F stretching is probably the best type of stretching for recovery from sports injury and pain. The next one is facilitated P&F stretching, made easy, included DVD, third edition. So I've got the second and third, but not the first. If I see the first, I'll probably buy it. The next one, this is really good, this book, Soft Tissue and Trigger Point Release. There we go, there's another book. This cost me about 70 quid, this book. Some really good diagrams and the reason why you need to do these sort of stretches on clients, especially ones that are in pain. The next one is called Stretching Anatomy, which is really good as well. Some good information on stretching in there, but not what I've learned on different courses. And then we've got Bob Anderson's Stretching, which is another great book. And you may be thinking, why have you bought so many books on stretching, Scott? And the reason is that different people feel different stretches. So you may give somebody, that push against the wall stretch for the calf, and that's stretching one calf muscle and they don't feel it. And the reason why they may not feel it, because that calf muscle, because there's two, may be hypermobile, whereas the one underneath may not be hypermobile. And obviously I do an orthopedic assessment which goes really deep, 145 assessments in 4 hours, and other stuff that I do in the 4 hours, in which to make sure that that client is stretching the right muscle. Sometimes I'll give a stretch and the client can't feel it, and sometimes they can really feel it. Does that make sense? So somebody's got an inverted breathing pattern, so they're just hyperventilating through their chest. They'll have tight scalene muscles here. And some people go, oh yeah, I feel that straight away. Whereas other people go, oh, don't feel it, don't feel it, don't feel it, don't feel it. But when you go to a smaller muscle, which I may not have assessed, they'll feel it. Does that make sense? So by knowing as many stretches as I possibly can, not just the ones from Eat, Move and Be Healthy, it enables me to adapt the stretching program to whatever client. And I've had clients going, I don't like doing that stretch, I don't like doing that one. So then I'll have to change the stretching regime or disguise it secretly. So say, right, we're doing chest now, but we're just going to do this movement to mobilise the chest, where they're doing it on top of the Swiss ball on their knees, but they're not doing, to them, they're mobilising, but to me, they're stretching. Does that make sense? So I'll disguise things in ways that the client will go, oh, why does he get me to do that? Oh, that feels good. Yeah, I'll do it now. And then I'll go, it's a stretch. Oh, fucking hell, you get me to do stretches. Because some people have these mindsets of, oh, I shouldn't stretch. You're in fucking pain, so you need to stretch. Or you're in pain and it's the rhomboids that are in pain, but it's the side pectoral that's causing the pain. So stretch that and keep that loose. Does that make sense? So it's all about not necessarily trickery with the client, but making the client understand, I know my stuff inside out. And that sometimes clients can be a pain because they've been reading all the shit online and they think it's all gospel. Like, I get lots of trainers that come to me and they go, I've read that book, 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 I've read that book. But how much practical application have you had from using that stuff in that book? Nothing, Scott. Well, you know, fuck all then. So everything that I read, learn, study, I practice. It's not just I read it and never use it again. I try and practice, so then that way I know exactly what the client's going to feel and whether they're bullshitting me or not. Does that make sense? Like, I done an assessment on, not an assessment, but I trained somebody last Christmas, or the Christmas just gone, and they went, they're excellent at everything. I said, okay, you're excellent at everything. Let's see you do a chin. Couldn't do it. Let's see you do a pull-up. That is a chin, sorry. Let's see you do a press-up on a 3-3-3 tempo. Couldn't do it. Let's see you do a cable pull on top of a Swiss ball. Couldn't do it. So I went, I thought you was excellent at everything. And they purely wasn't. So they were just BSing themselves or trying to make themselves look bigger than what they really are. So they're really, that's just telling me they're in their ego. Does that make sense? And the person that they saw, or allegedly saw, hadn't done these assessments, and these assessments that I did really quickly should be done at the beginning of the check system, and they didn't. They either didn't do it or the person was lying. It was one or the two. And obviously I don't take no bullshit with anybody, and I just saw it straight away. So Bob Anderson's stretching, there's some ways of the stretching in here I disagree with, but some of it I really agree with. So there's practical and impractical stuff. This one really looks at more of the anatomy and physiology of the stretch. And it's really showing you the muscle and stuff like that you're stretching. So that's a great thing for me, being a visual learner. And then this one, soft tissue and trigger point release. Another great book that teaches you how to get people out of pain, you know. And obviously you've got to experiment to find out what works, and facilitated stretching there. Another great book with lots and lots of stretches in it. You know, one how to do it with a stretchy band, as well as doing it with a towel, as well as using, you know, the floor, the sofa, the wall in which to stretch the body. And this was the first one I bought, facilitated stretching. Because 90% of the clients, or 98% of the clients I see, are in pain and have got an issue and they want to get back to exercise, or they got pain, don't know why, don't know how to get out of pain and stuff like that. So if you're in pain, comment down below. If you're looking to improve your sports performance, or you just want bat wings like me, then comment down below. Hope you've enjoyed this video. The next video I'm going to upload is probably about supplementation, which will be in a couple of days. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, please share, please like, and don't forget to comment. I read all my comments and I comment back to all my comments as well. So I'm 51, I'm Scott Bryant. I've been in fitness for over 22 years, worked with hundreds of clients, about 250, and really love my job with a passion. So if you're looking to get fit, in shape, strong, or get out of pain, then please comment down below. Please comment down below anything you like. If it's a twat comment, you'll just be deleted and blocked. Thanks very much. Bye bye. Chat soon.